We are 31 weeks. Sorry about this wire, guys. Try and hide it. I feel like I'm just getting so big, even though at times I still feel small. So it's I don't know. Anyways, behind us we got our friends, which I'll show you about later. We do have some construction going on across the street, so hopefully this mic makes you not be able to hear that, but we'll see. Hello friends, thank you for joining me again on my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jordan and I'm sharing about my journey through pregnancy and into motherhood, just talking about different things I've learned and researched, and everything's just a little more natural, off the beaten path. The baby's coming 9 weeks from now, so I wanted to talk a little bit about plans that I have for afterwards. Obviously, this will be good because I'll share my plans now and then I'll reassess and let you know how they actually went. Today's topic is going to be elimination communication. I made a post on Facebook, I think probably like 2 months ago, just to see if anyone I knew was doing this, and it was pretty much crickets. So I just kind of wanted to bring more awareness into what it is, my plans for my elimination communication journey, why I am choosing this route, and just kind of bring light to it because I think it's really a good option. Elimination communication. What is elimination communication? Essentially, it's the OG form of pottying your baby. I'll give you a little bit of history. 200 years ago is when cloth diapers came out, so that made it a little more convenient for mamas depending on how much she wanted to do laundry. But then disposable diapers came out in 1961. That's just a little bit of history on diapers, but essentially before that they had to wash their baby and essentially learn the signs and signals and cues for when their baby was going to use the bathroom and then potty them appropriately before diapers. So essentially that's what elimination communication is. A lot of people will say, oh, that's baby potty training. Well, no, that's not what this is. Elimination communication is essentially communicating with your infant and them communicating with you when they need to use the bathroom. Contrary to popular belief, infants aren't just a sack of potatoes who sit there and cry and eat and sleep. I mean, those are things that they do, but they do communicate with you. They can't talk, so their way to communicate is crying. And it is our essentially duty as a parent to understand what's going on. Obviously, that's not always going to be an easy thing, but I think that if we just take a step back, have some patience, and watch as like a scientist and like, hey, we're really just trying to learn here, then we'll begin to understand our child better. So essentially with elimination communication, it's learning those things and then it's meeting that need of your child. So essentially the thought about diapers and the elimination communication community is diapers are the backup. You use diapers just for those misses. So babies are born with an instinct to not soil themselves. That's why a lot of times you hear, oh, I was changing his diaper and he peed. And it's not necessarily the cold air, it's because he doesn't want to pee on himself. That is a natural instinct of baby, just like a puppy. When you train a puppy and you put him in a crate, typically they're gonna hold it as long as they can because they don't want to pee in their bed. So babies really aren't wired to just soil themselves. They're not born incontinent. We have been teaching babies to do this. We don't know the signs. We mistake it for, oh, they're tired or, oh, they're hungry, and we just totally ignore the sign that they just need to use the bathroom. So we teach them to soil themselves, and then eventually, obviously, they get used to it and conditioned to it. Back to the whole diaper thing. Back in 1957, babies were potty trained on average by 18 months. Today, since disposables have come out, the average age is 36 months. That is 3 years old, and there are even kids who go into pre-K and kindergarten in diapers. A lot of people say to potty train your kid around the age of 2. Well, 2, their favorite word is no, and they're all into their play and what they're doing. So what makes you think that they're gonna just want to change their way, you know? You've conditioned them to pee and poop themselves, and then you're like, oh, don't do this, do this. So in short, elimination communication is learning your baby, learning their signs, or going off their natural timings and helping them get to the potty. When they don't make it to the potty or they miss and go in their diaper, that's okay. When they do and go to the potty, that's okay. We don't want to praise them and get so excited, good job or bad job, or, you know, we don't want to do any of that because we don't want to associate going to the bathroom necessarily with a good thing. It's just a normal, natural thing that humans do. If we are excited and we are happy that they did that, that's when you would say, you went pee. You went poop. You say a matter-of-factly statement to help them associate, I went to the bathroom, and then they can gain that pride in that. I did this. So how do we do this? What are my plans for this? When I originally found out about elimination communication, I was like, oh, I don't know. That seems like a lot to do right off the bat. So I was like, maybe I'll do it a few months in. But that was before I had listened to the Go Diaper Free book, which I will link below. Me giving you this tiny bit of information is so small in comparison of this book. If you're thinking or wanting a deeper dive into what elimination communication is, you have to read, listen, whatever. This book, she explains it thoroughly. She gives you essentially step-by-step how to do it. So highly recommend checking that out. I'm just gonna give you the short of it, and I'm gonna explain my plan for me and my baby. So after I read that book, I was like, okay, I need to start at newborn. Maybe it'll be hard, but the time is now. The first step in elimination communication is observation, observing your baby, learning their signs, if they have any. Some babies don't have any. She suggests doing this for a few hours at least of naked time. She did her first baby for 2 weeks straight. How you do this, you do some naked time where you're watching your baby and when they go. When you notice that they're going, you want to really pay attention to what they're doing beforehand. You look for any signs that they may do prior to using the bathroom. I mean, if it's poop, it'll likely, you know, be a grimace or something like that. Pee, maybe the same thing. I don't know. Some babies don't give signals apparently. So it's just a learning time. When you notice them happening, you'll make a sound. So your baby learns sound association. Like if they pee, you can go psst when they're going. And then so every time you see them go, you make that sound, then they start associating it with going pee. If they're going poop, you can make like a grunt, like a so they associate poop with the grunt. You can just do one of them. You don't have to do both. You can just do pss for going to the bathroom in general. It's kind of up to you. As they get older, you can change that to a word as they're growing and learning. So essentially you make that sound association. So the longer you have this observation time, whether it's a few days or even like a week or two, this really connects that sound with the action. So your baby understands that. That brings you to the next point. When you actually go to potty your baby, you make that sound and then they'll know, okay, it's safe, it's time to go. You want to watch also for natural timing. There's a few natural timing ones that you can learn. How long after they wake up do they go to the bathroom? So that's something that you'll want to note down. How long after feeding do they go is something you'll want to note down also. After the observation time, you'll have an idea of when your baby's going to go to the bathroom just by how they're signaling, and then you'll have an idea by their natural timing. There are these generic timings to get you consistent. So generic timing, also known as a potty-tunity, are the opportunities to potty, and there's 4 easy catches, and these are when your baby is waking up, whether they're waking up from sleep or a nap, you immediately offer the potty. At every diaper change, even if the diaper is soiled, you'll offer the potty because maybe they haven't let it all out. Maybe that was a while ago and they need to go again. Maybe they won't go. That's okay. They still have the opportunity to do it. Poops are pretty easy to tell when a baby's about to poop or pooping. And if you see that on their face, you can say wait, because they do have the sphincter control, and then bring them to the potty and they can either finish or start pooping there. Poops are things that most ECers never miss. Transition time is when like you're about to go somewhere and put the baby in the car seat. So you want to make sure you give them the opportunity to go to the bathroom before you sit them in the car seat. And then also another transition time would be when you take them out of the car seat. A lot of times when they're in the car seat or the jumper or the baby carrier, they're not going to go and they're going to hold it. If you offered the potty before and after those transitional things, you'll likely get a catch. Those are the 4 easy ones, and some people only do those, and that's great. I mean, your baby's still learning, still knowing that you're there and you're trying to do them a solid. So personally, the reason that I'm doing this is because I really am into like that kind of style of parenting, that attachment type parenting, the Montessori, minimal, building independence in your kid, because this really builds mutual trust. Your baby's going to look to you and know you're going to help them use the bathroom, which just builds even more trust. So they're going to look to you and know you're going to feed them. They're going to look to you and know you're going to help them use the bathroom. They're going to look to you and know that you're comforting them. It just builds that secure attachment and mutual trust so that they can grow and become their best self, you know. So my plan is obviously once he comes out, start observing right away and just do that for however long I see fit. I'll let you know about that. Some people don't EC through the night. I plan to. So I'm going to order one of these top hat potties, which is for newborns. I'll show you. This is our friend for the day. But you can also use something like this, a bowl. Easy enough. The top hat potty I just think will be more convenient in the night because it has a grip on it. You can hold it between your knees, and it, in my opinion, will just make it easier. But anything like this, Tupperware bowl, will work the same. So I'm getting this for the middle of the night, have by my bed. I also will take it with me for like car rides, everything like that, pottying before and after those kind of transitions if I'm not near a public bathroom. So I want to have that. And then I'm also going to get this other baby bourgeois potty. I probably didn't say that right, probably butchered it. I'm gonna get this potty for when he can start sitting up on his own so he can sit and use it that way. And we're gonna have a little area in the bathroom. I'll talk more about that. That's a Montessori type thing. So I'm gonna get those 2 types of potties. But like during the day, if I'm up and around, I will take him to the bathroom. You can hold him over. I'll show you the position. The position that you would hold him in, let him lean up against your belly and then hold the legs apart and just hold them either over the toilet or over the sink, and then do your sound association. If it is a boy, you'll use your finger and just kind of point it down so it doesn't spray everywhere. And then once they're gone or you're done, clean up and go. This is really easy if they've pooped, because if you're over the sink is up to you. If your baby's a breastfed baby, it's water soluble. I'm probably gonna do it over the sink, just save my back. Even over the toilet, it's fine. But to clean up poop, just run some warm water, rinse, dry. There you go. I've also read most people who practice EC completely avoid diaper rash. There's that. I'm going to do cloth diapers, and they kind of go perfectly hand in hand because cloth diapers also help prevent diaper rash. Elimination communication, just the original way to potty your baby. Builds trust, builds that relationship right off the bat. That is what I'm all about. I want my baby to know that I am here for them. I want us to have a really just tight relationship and bond and know that he can come to me for anything. And I feel like that starts at infancy. I hope this was helpful. I hope you maybe learned something new. I will keep you posted on how it goes. I plan to give you some day in the lives of elimination communication so that you're able to witness and see it in real time and just kind of get a better understanding of how it goes. And I can't wait to update you. So if you like this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it useful, if you learned something new, if you just care about me and want to support me and my channel, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. If you don't want to miss a thing, click that bell. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.